Hello Flosstube, welcome to my channel, Clue Cross Stitching. As you can tell from the name, this is a channel all about my cross stitch. So if you are new to my channel, welcome. If you are a returning subscriber, then welcome back. Thank you for coming back. It's been probably about a month since my last video. I was hoping to do one a couple of weeks ago just before the retreat, but that week off that I had was actually quite manic, so I didn't have time. So we'll just start. Life update. Not much. I say that every time and then I rattle off like 20 minutes worth of stuff that's happened. Obviously we had the retreat, amazing. I'll get onto that in a little bit. Still going to the gym, although I have had 2 weeks off, mostly because of the retreat. I thought it's not gonna affect that much, so I went back Monday, because today is currently Saturday the 14th of March, so I went back on Monday. And yeah, you can tell that I've not been for 2 weeks. My thing is wonky. There we go. Sorry, that some blue that you had in the corner was Lapras, because that's who I'm currently talking to. Normally up here, but I've swapped to the iPad, and to stop myself looking at myself, I've put Lapras. Yeah, so talking to Lapras at the moment. And you guys, of course. Yeah. So yes, gym. You can feel it. I can feel it. Had the 2 weeks off of the gym, put on 2 pounds, which isn't actually that bad considering the amount of snacks that I've been having. Yeah, the snacks is what gets me. So last month I've literally just not done. I think I'm the same way that I was this time last month, so I'm not heavier, so I'm happier. Happy that I'm not. So still going. We'll be going back again Monday. So unless they close it, obviously, because of this stupid coronavirus. So that's all I'm saying on the subject of coronavirus, because it's annoyed me a lot, so we're not going on into that at all. No. Anyway. So yes. Snacking. Gym. Still watching the wrestling. Still enjoying the wrestling. Revolution. AEW was on while at the retreat, so I had to wait until I got back from the retreat to watch it with Daryl. It was a very good pay-per-view. Really enjoyed it. And Moxley's now champion, so yay! I like Moxley. Work. It's currently the quiet period after the January rush, so things normally start picking up in April. So a couple more weeks and should then be getting a bit busier. I'm not sat there twiddling my thumbs. I have things to do. my life is currently boring at the moment. So, should we get on to some stitching? That's what you're here to see, not me babbling on about my life. You're here to see the stitching. Or maybe just one. If you are returning, you will have seen my progress on Maleficent for a very long time. And you will have heard me say that I wanted it done by the end of the year. Well, that didn't happen last year. Then it was by the retreat. I can hear some of you asking, well, did you get it done by the retreat? The answer is yes, I did. Because I had the week off before the retreat. The next round of Myth and Magic Wars started that week. So we were stitching, doing like 75 stitches for a feather, 50 for a pebble, blah blah blah. So we were stitching, I was stitching a lot. So I managed to do quite a bit on Maleficent. And in all honesty, I could have actually finished her the Tuesday before the retreat. Most of that was obviously, not most of it, a lot of it helped with the Myth and Magic Wars stitching game, but also down to Pattern Keeper. I've started stitching a lot quicker with Pattern Keeper, so if you're in two minds or you're not sure, I would advise you get it, because I just love Pattern Keeper, absolutely love Pattern Keeper. So, you want to see Maleficent, don't you? She's currently in this bag, because I haven't finished her. I have finished her, I've not fully finished her, I've not washed her, I've not ironed her, she is just done. So, yes, could have finished her on the Tuesday, didn't, had to put her off until the Friday of the retreat, when Kim had come back, so all our local stitchy girls were there. It was after dinner, after a few drinks, yes, drinks and stitching, you think might be a bad choice, but actually it didn't turn out too bad. So, yes, so started stitching. I only had 185 stitches left on her to go that Friday night. So I started the stitching. I got down to 8 stitches. And I said, right, 8 stitches, that's all I got left on Maleficent. That was it. They all came bundling over. Absolutely loved. We were all laughing, we were all giggling, we were all having a bit too much to drink. And there is a video of me doing the last 8 stitches, which I will put in, but that, spoiler, well not spoiler, but pre-warning, there may be some bad language in it. Might be. I'm sure there will be. There was. So, yeah. Huge ruckus. We were all really enjoying ourselves. Nat had the final countdown playing. We were all singing along with that. We were just counting down. It was so much fun. It was so much fun. But she is done. She is done.
Final countdown. I've turned it up as loud as it will go. No pressure, Charlotte. Want to be drummer? Maybe when I get in mine.
5. No, I'm not doing that.
6. Oh, she's got a frog at all. It's all the wrong colour.
It better bloody not be.
Where's your dance? Come on.
Pressure then.
No, none at all.
She asked for this.
Right,
We asked for it.
Yeah.
2 left.
2.
One.
Hang on.
Yeah.
1. Ready? Here we go.
Ready?
Yay! Get her out! Anchor your threads! Anchor your threads!
Thread your bobbins, bish bash bosh.
Typewriter!
Typewriter.
Anchor her quick and then get her out. Let's have a look.
Get it out.
Get it out! Get it out! Get it out! Get it. I'm still add it to the list. Still videoing.
Can I tell you you're all bonkers?
Oh, sorry. Were you not warned about that? Okay, just throw the stuff. Just like you slap. Chuck it. Go on. Go on. Get it out. Get it out. Bust it off. Let's get out of this video. Show the camera, show the camera, show the camera!
Stop. Dun, da, da, dun. The big reveal. Rolled. Is she gonna fit in screen? I don't know. There we go. She is done. Look at how pretty she is. So yes, I am so glad that she is fully finished. Well, not fully finished, but finished. So yeah, she desperately needs a wash. She desperately needs an iron. But she is done. Done. I will show you the back. But I don't care about the backs. If it's messy, it's messy. If it's neat, it's neat. Nobody's gonna see it. I don't care about the backs. But that's her back. All done. I will get her professionally framed. The amount of time that I spent on her, I don't want to do the framing myself. I could. I've framed other things, but we're gonna get her professionally framed. There's a few local frame shops, so I'll go in and see who has the best prices and who's actually worked with the needlework before. So she's currently living in my villains bag. That's the main finish that I had. She wasn't the only finish that I had. I actually finished something else at the retreat before Maleficent. I know, I'm shocked myself. I finished Moana. It was supposed to be a present for my sister years and years ago. This is what she looks like. I don't have her with me, mostly because I've already fully finished her. She is framed and she got given to my sister last Sunday for her birthday. I didn't put her name at the top because she didn't want it there. But if you remember, I messed up on this. This whole back, as you can probably see from the picture, is quite thin. That's because it's done 1/1. I didn't read the instructions properly, and I did the background 2/1. So I think I've finally worked out how to insert pictures. So I will insert, hopefully, a picture here of her when she was finished, and then one of when she was fully finished. I washed, ironed her, and I framed her in just a plain grey frame that I found in the range. Made a bit of a boo-boo with the frame because I didn't get it quite deep enough to have both the glass and the stitching in it, so I've had to frame it without the glass. It still looks really good, if I do say so myself. I like it, Abby liked it. So that's the main thing. So yes, I had two finishes and one fully finished. So that goes with the, getting down the WIPs, because last time I said that I didn't like having so many on the go. Oh, that's perfect, you've now got rid of 2. Yeah. So I started a couple or a few more. I'm blaming the head-to-head challenge, the circus, KLT and Jodrey head-to-head, for half of these new starts. So instead of giving myself a break, which I was sort of wanting to do from a full coverage, I jumped straight in. Maleficent was finished on the Friday. On the Saturday, the 29th of February, I started another full coverage. It's not Heaven and Earth. It is a cross stitch studio chart, and it is called Christmas Donkey, and that is what it will look like when it is done. This is actually double the size of Maleficent, which I didn't realise when I bought them. So if anyone actually sees me working on this, I am calling him Dominic. That's not his actual official name on the website. It's obviously Christmas Donkey, and it's based on artwork. And this is actually a she called Mary Beth. Well, I've renamed him and gave him a sex change. It is now Dominic the Donkey, because me and Dara are obsessed with the Christmas song Dominic the Donkey, and I'm pretty sure I put a video in one of my other videos of me playing Red Dead Redemption online, riding a donkey, listening to that song. So I'm not going to put that in again, but I've done that. So that was my first new start, and I've not got much progress with it. I worked on it for a day and a bit at the retreat. So that is my progress on Dominic. It is absolutely pitiful. That is a pitiful start. It's about 700 stitches in that. So yeah, and this just continues off down there and off down there. So he is huge. Absolutely huge. I was thinking, oh, it's going to be a 5-year project. He's like 56 pages. And if he's going to be a 5-year project, that's 12 pages a year, which is a page a month. And I don't know if that's actually even doable. Look at my little donkey charm. Dominic the donkey was actually a Christmas present. Not the chart, but all the threads, the fabric, the little needle minder was a Christmas gift from Daryl. He wasn't entirely sure what to get me, and I said, why don't you kit up Dominic? He said, okay, that's fine. I don't think he expected how expensive it was to actually kit up. I mean, this has got, I think it's like 74 colours, as I have over, even doing it on, because this is 28 count and I'm doing it 1/1. Even with that, it's over 100 skeins of thread. And it's my first time using 28 count fabric 1/1. So it's different, considering the last time, the only other thing that I'd worked on up till then was 18 count. So to jump from 18 count to 28 was quite a big jump. No, that's a lie. That's a lie. I worked on 25 count 1/1 for To Rule Them All and my Kaleidoscope Hedgehog. So that's a lie. That is a lie. But I've mostly been working on 18 count, which is what Maleficent was on. So it's been a little bit difficult, but not too bad. Not enough to make me go, oh my god, I can't work on this. I am considering, now that I've got Pattern Keeper, I am considering parking. So we shall wait and see if I do that, and if I do that, then if I like it. So we shall wait and see. But that is the progress on Dominic, my donkey. Can you tell what it is yet? So that's my first new start. Then the head-to-head challenge started on the 1st of March, which was the Sunday. So, new start. It didn't have to be any specifics, it just had to be a new start. It didn't have to be a Kelted or Jodie or Circus or a hand-dyed fabric, hand-dyed thread, nothing like that. It was just a new start. So my new start was a Kelted charting chart called That's It, I've Had Enough, I'm Off to Lallybroch. I will try to insert a picture here. Of it. If not, I just look like a dick. So, Sunday, new start, and didn't get a lot of stitches done. I think you had to do 200 stitches or 100 stitches on this new chart on your new start. That's all I did, and then I wanted to work. I went back and worked on Dominic. So this is stitched on a hand-dyed fabric by Kim, Kelted Charting. It's called Hops and Barley. It's 18 count, it is sparkly, and that is my progress. Yeah, I got off. That's all I've got. Off. But look at how fantastic that fabric is. Look at it. I love it. And you can see the sparkles. This is done in a variegated thread. As you can see, it's just different shades of red. I don't know exactly which colour it is. I will find out and put it in the description below. And obviously, as part of the Myth Magic Wars challenge, I'm a hunter, so I have got this Supernatural needle minder. Hunters forever. So yeah, that's all the progress I have on that. I'm hoping to work on that one this weekend, which I'll talk about in a little bit. So those were the original 2 starts that I had to replace the other 2 finishes. It then didn't stop. We had one of our meetups and I grabbed the wrong bag. So this one was my mistake. Grabbed the wrong bag. I had grabbed the bag with my to start rather than my started. So, because we're at Stitch meetup, I have to stitch. So what do? I have to have a new start. So I have restarted the chicken cell for my work colleague Pauline. She's asked for this for Christmas. So, seeing that I've got it here, I will just show you the one that I've already finished. So, I am redoing the chicken cell. That's what it will look like, but not exactly. Kim charts her cells, because it's a coyote charting cell, that you can use your own imagination with the charts. So she charts it that you can use your own threads, your own fabrics, or things like that. So that was done on hand dyed fabric by Chromatic Alchemy using variegated and colorist threads by DMC. This one that I'm working on is just stitched on plain white 20 count Ada, and I am using DMC variegated floss for the border, which is as far as I've got, and I am using Etoile threads for the chickens in bright colours. That dark brown there will be for the outline of the chickens, and that lighter brown will be for the hay that the eggs are on, or the straw that the eggs are on. So I have started bobbinating a couple of these. Right, there we go. The DMC is a 4501. Nice pastel colours. And then the Etoile, I've started to bobbinate. You can see a bit more of the sparkle. So that's the 900. 725. And 666. I don't know which order I will be stitching what in. If you remember, I got Daryl to pick the colours on my chicken cell. I've already got the colours for the chickens for Pauline's one, but I might get Daryl to pick the order that they go in. So because I quite like that idea. Then if it's wrong, then it's not my responsibility. So yes, that is as far as I've got on the chickens. Needleminder is from Kim at Chaotic Charting. Because this is going to be a Christmas gift, I thought I'd use my Christmas needleminder. So this is the length that it will be. First, the egg will be in there, then we've got another egg, and then the chick. So that is new start number 3. Then my 4th new start, that is it. I've only had 4 new starts. My 4th new start, I actually started yesterday. Again, for the head-to-head challenge, it was to work on something spooky or unlucky. I worked on a KOT charting chart. It's called To Is Human. I will try to put a picture in of what it will look like. And this is the progress I've got. So I've just started the top of the skull. This is about 200 stitches. And this, you can't actually tell, but it is stitched with étoile threads as well. This is hand-dyed fabric by Kim, KLT Charting. It's called Darkness Comes, and it is an 18 count. I will be doing the skull in the white étoile, and the writing will be in red étoile. That's 666 that I showed you. So have a bit of sparkle. You can't tell in the video, but I can here. You can actually see the sparkle. So those are my new starts. As you can see, not a lot of progress on them, which I'm not liking. The plan, obviously with the head-to-head, is I want... Sorry, I'm just rolling up the chickens up. My other finishes. There is a bonus challenge, for a month-long bonus challenge for the head-to-head. It's to have a new start for the challenge and to finish it in the month. So, the only new start that I've had for the challenge, oh no, the 2 new starts that I had for the challenge, obviously To Is Human and Lallybrock. My plan is to finish Lallybrock by the end of the month to get those bonus points. You can only get it once, so even if I finished Is Human as well, I won't get the double. It is just the one. So that's the plan, is to get that done and use it for as many challenges as I can. I'm going to use it this weekend, because this weekend's challenge is a group-based challenge, same as last weekend's one was. So collectively in your group is to stitch 10,000 stitches, and those 10,000 stitches is for the group. You have to contribute at least 200 stitches to that, but those 200 stitches have to be on 3 different charts. So 1 KLT, 1 Jodrey and 1 circus. So my plan for the KLT one is Lallybrock. I haven't decided on the Jodrey or circus one just yet. I'm pretty confident on the Jodrey one because I only have 1 WIP, 1 Jodrey WIP, and I really don't want to start anything else. So the head-to-head challenges are good because you get to work on things that you wouldn't normally work on that have just been sat in your stash. So, obviously day 1 was a new start. Day 2 was, sorry, I got it on my phone. Show us who you follow, your favourite Instagram, Flosstube, blah blah. So that one's a non-stitchy one. Number 3, day 3, was work on a design using at least 5 colours. Obviously could have worked on a few. Dominic is definitely more than 5 colours. Moana, but Moana was finished. Pipkin, I've got a really old one. If you watch my WIP parade, I've got the fantasy round robin that I was part of, that's got more than 5. So I had a few to choose from. But the one that I actually chose, because I thought it was easy to count, was the Kaleidoscope Dragon by KLT Charting. So you had to do 200 stitches on, and they had to be 5 different colours. So that is now how far I've got. As you can see, there is half done triangles everywhere. That is the 5 colours that I did. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And I think this one I did a full because I needed to boost it up for the 500 stitches, the 200 stitches. So that one was a full one. So I got a little bit of progress on my dragon, but not a lot. Hardly anything. So that was day 3. Day 4 was show us how you store your fabric. I store them in some plastic drawers. Over there I've got a drawer for KLT, a drawer for Jodrey, and then a 3rd drawer for just Misk. Random ones. Day 5 was work on a KLT charting design. Now this one had a bonus for extra points if you worked on a KLT chart that was a tribal. So I started Tribal Lion in October. I think it was the October head-to-head. So I knew that I was working on that one to get the bonus points. Last time you saw it, I had only done the leg. I've now done, so I'd done that bit of the leg. I've now worked and done that. So this is working more on his mane that will come up here. My little cat needle minder to remind me of my friend's cat Zelda. This is on 16 or 18 count Dragon's Egg by KLT Charting, and you can see I never finished the thread, I just left it. So I think that was either 100 or 200 stitches on that. I think it was probably 200. So that was day 5. Day 6 was tell us the funniest place you've ever found stray threads or needles. That would be, stray threads would be on Daryl's boxes. He probably, he says he watches these videos, but I know that he doesn't, so it's fine if I tell you, because it's on Facebook anyway. I stitch mostly in bed, so the stray orts just get everywhere. We got up one morning and I noticed there was a thread on his butt, just hanging off his buttocks. That was absolutely hilarious. I found that really, really funny. He didn't seem too amused. What if that was a needle? Well, it wasn't, it was just thread. Because he has done that as well. He's rolled over and found a needle. And threatened to stop me stitching in bed, which he's not allowed to. If I don't stitch in bed, I don't stitch anywhere. So, then last weekend was a weekend challenge. That one again was to do 10,000 stitches between you and your group, and it could be on anything, any chart. So I think I worked on the chicken sow. I'm sure I worked on that one because I didn't get a lot done, mostly because all of Saturday I was at Crufts with Kim, and then Sunday was housework and then some stitching in the afternoon, so I didn't actually get a lot of stitching done. I managed to do the 200 stitches minimum. That was about it. Then day 9, work on your oldest WIP. My oldest WIP is actually the Fantasy Round Robin. I couldn't find that one when I first looked for it, so I went for my second oldest WIP, which was Pipkin, which looks like that when it is finished. And that's as far as I got. I filled in his belly and worked on his name. I think I got the P and part of the I done. And then I took him to bingo with me as well and finished his name the other day. So he's had a little bit of work done on him, but not a lot. He's a good one just to have at bingo because he doesn't take up a lot of room and he's quite easy bulk colours. Then day 10 was tell us about your worst finish. You hated it but you had to finish it. I said Moana on that because where I messed up on the background, I really didn't want to finish it. I ran out of threads way too early because obviously I didn't read it properly. So, but it was a present for Abby, so I had to get it done. Day 11 was work on a Jodrey Designs chart. The only one that I have in progress, because I didn't want to have a new start, was the Blackwork Butterflies. So I've been working on this one. I'd only got about half of it done, and it was 200 stitches. I think, but black work, back stitch, things like that only count for half a stitch, so I had to do 400 stitches to do the 200 minimum. So that's how far I've got with it now. So I'd only done part of the wing, so I'd done all of that side and part of the wing here. I've now done all of that bit and coming down here. This is just done, I think it's 14 count white Ada, and the thread is just DMC 740. So as you can see in the chart, there is 4 butterflies. The plan was to actually move these 2 down so it would be under them, so I could do it. Huge thing. Yeah, the fabric's not going to be long enough on that, so I'm going to have to do it. I could do it along. I might do that one actually, because I do have enough fabric to do it along. So I might do them as a long, maybe finish that. There's a cushion, long cushion maybe. I don't know. I haven't thought that way ahead. But I'm probably going to use this one for this weekend's challenge. The 3 different charts, designers. Number 12, tell us who taught you to stitch and how long ago. I taught myself how to stitch. It was sort of an accident. I brought a canvas. I thought I brought a canvas on eBay. Turns out to be one of the Thomas Kincaid Disney Dreams kits. So it serves me right for not reading the description. And I thought, oh well, I'll give that a go. I didn't want to give that one a go straight away because it looked quite complicated. So I brought a Mini Cooper mini kit on eBay and stitched that and never really looked back. So self-taught. Then day 13, so yesterday it was to be announced. That one was, so in our teams we each had to decide on a theme. So it could have been like 200 stitches on a Kelty chart, 200 stitches on birds, floral, things like that. Team Kelty chose fantasy, mythical. Then the other 2 options were variegated thread and spooky. I wanted the variegated so I could work on Lallybrock, but that didn't happen. Then I thought, okay, well I could probably work on mythical because the dragon, that's mythical. No, we got spooky. So I obviously started the To Is Human. And that was yesterday's new start. Progress. And that, I think, is my WIPs, because I haven't actually worked on anything else. I want to be working on Dominic, but I know that I have to work on the Christmas gifts and all sorts, and it's just getting a little bit of, you need to work on this, and you need to work on that, and you need to work on that, and I'm feeling a little bit, not overwhelmed, but a little bit, So, again, the plan is to try and cut down my WIPs, because I'm now up to 17. I was, for spooky, I was going to do my pumpkin sale. Couldn't find it. I was going to pick it out anyway. So, thought, oh, I'm going to pick it out. I'm going to restart it anyway. Tried to restart it. Did about 100 stitches in, then realised that the fabric that I chose wasn't big enough. So I was having a bit of a hissy fit. So, decided on a different one, which is what I did. So, that is all my progress. Let's talk about the retreat. Oh my god, I loved it. The retreat was amazing. It was so much fun. We all had a laugh, we all had a giggle, we got a little bit too drunk. And it was just amazing. It was so much better than last year's. Last year was just disastrous. Even though we had a really good time, it was just disastrous. This time it was so much better. They were so accommodating. The food was amazing. Because obviously I'm lactose intolerant. When we sat down for the meal in the evening, the people with the allergies and that got served first. I got a special roll that was definitely, it was gluten-free, dairy-free, all of that. Ours came out first, so it wasn't contaminated. So I had the soup, lovely. The mains, fine. The pudding, I went for the vegan rice pudding. I don't like rice pudding, but I thought I'd give it a go. It came out and I didn't like the look of it, so I refused to eat it, which was fine. It was just me being fussy. It was nothing against the food and the restaurant and the hotel. Nat had my rice pudding because she loves rice pudding and she really liked it, so it can't have been that bad. It was just me being fussy. And the next day for breakfast was just simple. I know what I can eat for breakfast. They gave me soy milk when I asked for it. For lunch, walked in and they said, right, there's not a huge amount of dairy free food in here, so what we've done is we've produced you your own little platter of sandwiches and a little cake bar. And I was like, fine, I'm happy with that. The fact that they've just gone, oh no, you got to screw that, they actually gave me the plate. And then halfway through he came in and he said, oh, is everything okay for you? He was checking up. I was like, yes, it was lovely. Then when I gave him the plate finished, he said, right, for tomorrow, is there anything you'd like, anything you don't like? It was amazing, absolutely amazing. Then again, dinner, same, soup came out first, got a different roll. The main I wasn't, it looked really good, it just tasted but I think that is because it was couscous and quinoa, and I don't really like couscous and quinoa, so I'm not entirely sure why I ordered it. Same with the rice pudding, I don't know why I ordered it. It was edible, it was fine, I ate it, I'm happy. Then for pudding, I had the treacle sponge, obviously without any cream or ice cream. That was really nice. We also had a coffee room right next to our conference room where we were having the retreat, and it was unlimited teas and coffees, and we got snacks twice a day. And normally with that it's just like, normal milk. There was actually the little pots of soya milk, little plastic pots of soya milk, so I was actually able to have some tea, which I wasn't actually expecting. I was thinking about taking my own like lactose-free milk, but I thought, no, that's just being a pain, so I was prepared not to have anything. But the fact that they had the little pots of the soya milk, I was so happy. It was so accommodating. We were stitching until like 1-2 o'clock in the morning, and we were being quite loud. The conference room that we were in was just down the hall from reception, so we thought that they'd come and complain. No, they were fine. We had a bit of banter with the receptionist and all that, and we found out that we weren't as rowdy as the scrapbookers that they have there. So I feel a little bit offended with that. So next year we're going to have to try and do better and be more rowdy than the scrapbookers, because I don't know how the scrapbookers can be louder than us. Especially if I've put the video in of me finishing Maleficent, and you can see that we were basically like that the whole weekend. So, met some amazing people, absolutely amazing people. We had Margaret on her table. She watches Flosstube. She said she was going to be checking me out. So, Margaret, if you're watching, hi! It was lovely to meet you. Oh, she was amazing, absolutely amazing. She made an amazing project bag that was rainbow themed, and she had that, and it was just, her stitching is lovely. It's just, yeah. Met so many more people. There was Carol, Marie, saw Liz again, who's a crafty bug on Flosstube. Met her the first time last year. Obviously again, Nicola was there, Max and Kaz, Sheila. There was just so many amazing people there. The stitching's amazing. Then we had obviously our local stitchers. There was Liz, Elizabeth, Busy Lizzie on Flosstube, got to see her progress of her Heaven and Earth. It was absolutely amazing, absolutely amazing. And I've started stitching, so it was like a sort of a sow with Carol, who also started a chart by the Cross Stitch Studio. So we both started at the retreat, and her one is bigger than mine, and it's so beautiful, it really is. So we're gonna be sharing our progress with those charts. We shared it on the Cross Stitch Studio group. So she is such a quick stitcher as well. I think she'd already done like a quarter page or something like that, or I think she actually even got a page finish in like 2 or 3 days. It was amazing. And she was parking, which is also one of the reasons why I want to give it a go. It seems to be a little bit quicker, but I don't know until I try it. So yes, the hotel was lovely. The only thing that I want to not complain about, but wasn't the best, was it's not one building, it's separate buildings. So you had the bedrooms in a building that was split into 4, so it was 4 buildings for the bedrooms. Then you had the building for reception and our conference area. Then you had the main building, which was where we had all our meals. And it was the end of February, so it was raining, so we had to go outside to go that, and we couldn't walk around in our pyjamas. That was the only reason I want to say it, is because I couldn't walk around in my slippers and my pyjamas. I still walked around in my pyjamas, just no slippers. So yes, hoping to book. Claire Doyle has already sorted out next year, so I've just got to pay my deposit and things for that, because I will be going next year. Adamant about that. Right, I'm almost at an hour, which I didn't actually want this to be that long, but hey ho. There was an exclusive retreat fabric dyed by Kim at KOT Charting, because she attended, which I was so happy about. And this fabric is amazing. It's absolutely amazing. The theme was rainbow, and Kim has just outdone herself with this fabric. Absolutely outdone herself. So I got quite a few pieces. So I got 18 count plain Ada, and I got some sparkly Ada. What I will do is I'm only getting one out, because they're all Adas, they're all the same. So, but you will look at this and you will fall in love, because I don't know what I'm stitching on it, but it's amazing. I mean, look at that. Just look at the colours in that. It's just amazing. Absolutely amazing. I have like 4 pieces of this because I just fell in love with it so much. So, yes, I got like 4 pieces of that because it's an exclusive. You can't get it anymore. So, that sparkly 18 count Ada. I then got 2 smaller pieces. I've got a 15 by 18 and a 13 by 14. So, yeah. Oh, and a 13 by 18. I actually have 5 pieces of this because I love it so much. Kim brought her shop with her, so I had to buy some more. I had to. I want to do her seashells sow. And there's the pattern one and there's the realistic one. So I've got some Gone Fishing for that. It's just some blues with a hint of, I think, green in there. So there's that. I got some Gems Dreams. Some nice blues and purples. Some Hocus Pocus, which is greens and purples. 11 by 21. And then one of my favourite fabrics from Kim, which is Dragon's Egg. Because look at that, it's just amazing. So, those are the fabrics that I've got, that I picked up at the retreat. To go in my stash, not to be used for a very long time. So, we'll get that sorted. Some of us brought some stash to sell. I sold a few of my hand-dyed fabrics, my Chromatic Alchemy ones, that I wasn't in love with, so I got rid of those. I did buy a Giraffe's Bothy threads from Liz Cullen. Just look at that. I love giraffes, absolutely love giraffes. So I knew that. I've been looking at it for a long time. And I really do like the Bothy threads kits, I really do. The only downside is I don't like the 14 count Ada that comes in it, so I will be swapping that out for something. Maybe some hand dyed, because I seem to have a little bit of that. At the retreat also, we were doing a raffle, and in the raffle I got some Miles of Designs hand dyed fabric. Some nice greens with pinks. It's 18 count, which is, I think it's called, Light Verdant Earth. So I've not heard of this company before, so we'll give it a go, see what they're like. We were also doing a secret exchange where you had to put in something colourful, something quirky, something, a sweet treat, a hint about yourself, things like that. So my secret exchange, I'll put in a picture of what I got given, because half of it's now gone. No, not half of it, some of it has gone. So, mostly the chocolate lolly, because I kind of need chocolate. So, I had something quirky, was some unicorn scissors from Sammy's Craft Supplies. It comes with quite a strong needle, so you put that on and then you just stick it on, which I think is a genius idea. And of course, rainbow. The sweet treat was a chocolate lolly, which I gave to Nat because it was white chocolate and I can't have white chocolate. Then we had a hint about herself, was that she liked Little House Needleworks, and this is called The Rain Fell, and it says, the rain fell, the flowers grew, grey skies faded into blue. Not normally one for Little House Needleworks, but I quite like this, so I'll give this a stitch. I will stitch this. There was also in it some Weeks Dye Works, which is Spring Bouquet. There was also a wooden sign, which is actually hanging up over there, and I'm not going to get it because the iPad's going to fall over. But if I've inserted the picture, you will have seen it. And then I also got included because this is what I've been doing. If you've seen me the movement, it's because I've been stroking this. I mean, look at that. It's cute, it's fluffy, it's a cat with glasses, and it's fluffy, so I've been stroking this. And I also got some pens, some gel pens with it, and I was going around the tables going, who was this? I love it, it's amazing. Who's my secret exchange partner? Because we're all trying to figure out who it was. Yeah, I should have guessed, because it was tissue paper, there was ribbons, it was really well done. It was Lou. I should have guessed from the second I saw it. It was Lou, from our little Stitchy gang, and I absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. Look, it's so cute. This is going to be my new Stitchy notebook that I'm going to have in my handbag at all times. Just plain, quite nice paper. So that was there. I brought a scissor fob from Kim, which is rainbow, and a shoe, because obviously obsessed with shoes. In my last video I showed what I was going to be stitching for people for Christmas, one of my colleagues, and I showed a pictures of a dimensions kit that was the mason jars all lined up. Well, the lovely Jo got in contact with me after that video went up and said that she has this kit in her stash in her craft room that she's not going to stitch, and she was more than willing. She said that she was going to give it to me. I asked if she wanted any pennies. She said no, that's fine. It's as long as somebody's stitching it. So I have got the kit for the mason jars, and I'm so thankful. Jo, it was lovely to get to talk to Jo and that, and it was a lovely and sweet thing to do. So once this is done, I will be passing the stash, so I'll be giving the chart and leftover threads to somebody else, and I think I already know who wants it, so that will be given. It was given to me, so I'm more than happy to send on the stash. So, speaking of Christmas and the Christmas presents, I need to really start getting on with it, because I've now got Paulines is on the go. I've now got Gemma's one, and one of the Nickies are fully kitted, which is this one. So that's been fully kitted there on 18 count, just plain Ada. So I really must get on with that one. The other Nikki stocking I haven't bought yet. And Caroline's cat cushion, I haven't even looked at what charts I want to get for that, so we'll have to wait and see. And concentrate on the ones that I've got at the moment, and then work out what I'm going to do after that. Because for Christmas I got a couple more kits. I got the Boppy Threads Glad Tidings, which are some adorable little foxes, and Christmas Donkey. Can you tell we like donkeys? So I got to get them that for Christmas. And I also found this in a charity shop. So I found this. It has been opened. but the chart's in there, and I got that. I got this chart for £1.50. I got this Mirabilia chart for £1.50. It's amazing. It's not something hugely that I'd stitch, but when I saw it I was drawn to it and I went, actually, I quite like that. I quite like that. So there's that. I also got a new project canvas. So this one is now my one for carrying my 11x17 frame in so Dominic or the chicken sow, and I can take it away and I'm not laden with loads of bags. It just all fits in there, so I'm so happy with that. So that this was made by Sandra, who is Craft Covers Creations, and I'll link her details below. Really reasonable. I think that was only like 20 quid or something like that. She's actually also made me a, because I have a lap frame, I have an R&R lap frame, and obviously it's really difficult, you can't get a grind guard for it. Well, she's actually made me one, two, for it. I haven't got it with me at the moment, but it's amazing. It means that I can actually tuck the excess fabric in. I don't have to stick to fabric that is just for that frame. So that's amazing. I love it. And if you also have this or a similar lap frame, I would highly advise going to Sandra and getting these grind guards because they're amazing. Love them. Right. I actually need to get going. So I am going to say goodbye to you because that's me done. Future plans really is to get March over and done with this head-to-head, and then start concentrating on the Christmas gifts and get those sorted for this year. I know it's only March, but I really need to get my arse in gear for that. So I will say goodbye. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye.